What's up, everyone? Welcome back. This is Jason. This is part two of this little video series for today. Part one was about the negative news of TNA cuts that were made today. This is part two. This is about how Ring of Honor does not have a champion right now. It was announced last week after the pay-per-view, which failed miserably again, that the Briscoes are done with Ring of Honor. And then, so obviously, where does that leave the Briscoes as far as where does that leave Jay Briscoe as Ring of Honor heavyweight champion? Well, I'll tell you, the next day they did several tapings that are going to be happening over the course of this month, July, the next 3 weeks. It'll come out, and how they plan to basically exit him out of the company and strip him of the belt. There was a very disturbing video that came out today of Jay Briscoe in what I'm assuming is his barn on his farm with a bottle of Crown Royal, drunk in the morning, screaming at the camera, begging Nigel McGuinness not to strip him of the championship, and at the same time showing his shoulder is completely dislocated. Is one of the most disturbing videos I've ever seen as far as a wrestling promo in my life. Yeah, this whole subject of Ring of Honor being without a champion now does not go without controversy, and I'm gonna try to tiptoe around this because I know a lot of people don't like this whole subject at all and don't like Jay Briscoe, so bear with me, all right? So this all started back in May when he made some anti-gay marriage messages on Twitter regarding how he wanted to raise his children, I believe. I'm not going to quote it, but that was the subject of the Twitter thing he did, the tweet that he did. Ring of Honor, wanting to save face immediately, made him apologize a few days later for this little rant that he did on Twitter, and especially the parent company, Sinclair, who owns the TV contract of Ring of Honor right now, said, you need to apologize for this. And apparently that was the first straw that broke the camel's back as far as being done with Jay Briscoe, because now it's 2 months later and the Briscoes are done with Ring of Honor, and Ring of Honor is without a champion. So Nigel McGuinness made the announcement today that they're going to start this tournament, and that he was stripping Jay Briscoe of the championship. That's another huge bit of negativity for the wrestling industry. You know, part one was the whole cuts from TNA. This is about Ring of Honor. So, you know, what's going to happen to the Briscoes now, and what's going to happen to Ring of Honor? Okay, so first of all, the Briscoes. Excuse me. Last year, it was last year or the year before, I believe they were invited down to whatever it was called at the time, Florida Championship Wrestling, NXT, WWE's AAA developmental company. They invited him down for a tryout, blah, 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 and found out sometime later that after the tryout down in Florida, that the Briscoes were not, and you can look this up on YouTube. The Briscoes made a rant about this on their Ring of Honor, on the Ring of Honor YouTube channel. You can look it up. It's pretty entertaining. They are not cosmetically pleasing enough to be in the WWE. That being said, a couple of years later, you look at what the roster of the WWE is, and you have to wonder what exactly defines cosmetically pleasing. Now, I'm not trying to cut on people with long hair and tattoos. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm just saying a good chunk of the roster now does not look like your cookie cutter model, big muscle bound model guy like Hulk Hogan did, 20, 30 years ago. Most of the guys in the WWE don't look like that anymore. Who are your top guys? Let's go through this. Top of the list, Daniel Bryan. Huge guy in the company now. How tall is he? He's shorter than me. I'm 5'10", so he's 5'9". He's got a mop haircut. He's got a big-ass beard. That's one. Number two, CM Punk has been a top guy in the company for a few years now. Very successful. Tons of tattoos. Not your typical pretty boy. Number three, who's coming up to the roster next week? Huge announcement. Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt, long hair, straggly beard, and the guys that are in the Wyatt family. Eric Rowan, triple the beard of Daniel Bryan, makes Bryan's beard look like peach fuzz. Okay, Eric Rowan's beard is just massive and red and just hideous looking and hilarious. Monster beard. His tag team partner, who he's with Luke Harper, straggly, greasy black hair and a big ass beard and a nasty looking wife beater shirt. All these guys that are climbing to the top of the company and or already at the top of the WWE. They're not your Hulk Hogan. They're not your John Cena. They're not Randy Orton. And I'm talking about like pretty boys right now. They don't look like Cody Rhodes, another pretty boy. You can go on and on with the history of pretty boys. Today's stars don't look like that now. It's starting to go back to the old days of guys, back when I was really little. I'm 39 years old, so I'm talking about the 60s and the 70s, in the early 80s, when there was some of the model looking guys, but it was more about character and what the story you brought to the ring, and not everyone had to look like a model. Guys like the Crusher, Baron von Raschke, these guys were absolutely terrifying. Go look up some of their stuff on YouTube and you'll see what I'm talking about. Classic heels that, they had a look about them and they had a character and they were great in the ring. The WWE is starting to go back to that, and it took them a few decades to do that, but, some of the stuff they're coming up with now is really starting to change, and it's the whole revolution, I believe, that CM Punk talked about over the course of the last few years. So now, I'm sorry, didn't mean to be sidetracked. Back to the Briscoes. Do they fit in the WWE? Yeah, I think they do. I really think they do. If the Wyatt family can be brought up from NXT and it looks like they're going to be pushed in a big way to the main roster between Raw and SmackDown, why not the Briscoes? They're loaded with tattoos. They're loaded with talent. They're great on the mic. So what if they're missing a few teeth? Hell, I'm missing a few teeth, okay? go get them fixed like Cassius Ohno got his fixed. Uh, you get a WWE contract, you can go afford that now, right? So, yeah, I think they will. I really think they will go to. They're talking about going to greener pastures. Make it the WWE. Don't go to TNA. And you can watch my last video about what I think about TNA right now. Do I still like TNA? Yes. Do they still have a decent amount of talent on that show? Yes. Should they go there? No. If they want to, have longevity in their career, no. Go to WWE. I think now is the right time for them. Maybe a couple of years ago wasn't so much. But now back to Ring of Honor. What does that mean for them? It was announced by Nigel McGuinness that Michael Elgin is going to be the first competitor in this new tournament that they're going to be holding for the Ring of Honor Championship. Who else are they going to put in there? One of the top heels in the company. Got to be Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy sent out I guess what you could call cryptic tweet this week saying, who's going to be champion? I don't know who's going to be champion, but Sinclair loves me. Well, it was released in the spoilers that's going to happen over the course of the next month. Somewhere in the next few shows, Briscoe gets beat down, hence the screwed up shoulder. And Hardy steals the championship belt, runs off with it. Does that make him champion? No. Makes him a thief. Perfect heel move for Hardy. Should they make him champ? There's a lot of Matt Hardy fans still out there. I'd say, yeah, you want to get your company noticed, throw your championship on a guy who does still have some longevity left in his career. And I think that's Matt Hardy. Yeah, has he made mistakes in the past? Yeah, hell yeah. Just like his brother Jeff. Has he made up for it? Has he cleaned himself up? Yeah, I think so, and I think he's starting to prove it. So you got Matt Hardy in this tournament. Michael Elgin is probably going to be in the tournament. Kevin Steen's got to be in there. He's been ROH champ for. He was ROH champ for about a year. It's been a while now. A few months, I believe it has been. He was a great champ. Who else? Adam Cole. I know they're looking to push him. Another good name to be in that tournament. Michael Bennett. Great guy. Along with his ring valet, Maria. Never a bad thing when she's on TV either. Let me tell you. Former WWE diva, Maria. Anyways, back to the tournament. Who else? Well, those are the names that pop in my head right off the bat. Kevin Steen, Michael Bennett, Adam Cole, Michael Elgin's been announced. Matt Hardy's got to be in there. Jay Lethal's probably going to be in there. I think he's proved himself over the course of his TNA / Ring of Honor career. I think he could be a top guy. He's got a lot of charisma, great moves, great in the ring, great on the mic. You give it to him too. Who do I think is going to go to in the long run? After the tournament's done, over the course of the next couple months, it looks like, I'd say Michael Elgin or Matt Hardy. I don't think they're going to give it back to Steen, and I think it's too soon for Cole, and could be Jay Lethal too. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Really bad day in wrestling overall. Just all the bad news on TNA. And now all this stuff about of Ring of Honor. And I like the Ring of Honor. They have a ton of great talent. They just, don't use it that well with their pay-per-views, and they're done doing that too, I guess. So thanks for watching. That's it for this one. Who do you think is going to be in the tournament? Who do you think is going to win it? Thanks for watching. Check you later. Peace.